Aussie football, are you ready, brother? Real football action on a glossy game surface played shuffle style. Slide a shuffle puck at pass or run targets, and a free mobile app keeps track of every game detail. Easy to learn, but this game of skill is difficult to master. Take care of the ball or turnovers will kill your drive. The game is guaranteed to get your competitive fire burning, and it's perfectly sized to take anywhere. The park, a barbecue, your next tailgate, or fun at home on game nights. Aussie football is simply the best, most realistic and competitive game of football available anywhere. Add defense when your skill improves and take the game to the next level. The perfect mix of fast action and real football drama, where a last-second Hail Mary can break hearts or make champions.
Hello, guys. Come by, have a drink with us.
Yes, we'll have
hang out and watch the draft. We got a bunch of stuff to talk about. We're hanging out here in downtown Lockport again at Stagecoach in beautiful downtown Lockport. We got TVs everywhere, getting ready for the draft here for the Bears. Fred and I were having a blast.
We're gonna be here. We're gonna be here through the Bears. Bears pick 9. That could be an hour and a half.
19 hours.
2 hours. You never know. So we'll be here for that. A lot of people Johnson, maybe Skoronski, the kid from Northwestern.
Hey, we're here.
Yeah, after Mike knocked the iPad off the table, we're good. We're good. The draft doesn't start for at least 29 minutes, so we're good. We're going to sit and talk about what the Bears may or may not do, what the other teams may or may not do. If it's worth drafting Jalen Carter, hey, who hasn't raced their car in the past?
Right.
You know.
Right. But, I mean, let's be serious here.
Yeah.
The Bears have so many holes in that lineup, Fred.
Yeah.
They can draft anything. It would be like, okay, cool. All right, clap away.
Yeah.
The thing that I want to see is that I want to see something along the line of scrimmage. I want to see defense line or offensive line.
You're
That's all I would say.
You're consistent. Because 3 years ago, we were right next door to Nick and Ivy,
Yes.
which you may be at real soon. And when the Bears picked Justin Fields, you were pissed off because you wanted the Bears to draft an offensive line.
Yes.
Now they got Justin Fields. They're apparently going to draft offensive line. We don't know that for sure. We're guessing. But they need someone to protect this guy, okay? They need someone to protect Justin Fields in order for him to stick around and be the guy that will be here for years to come. And I think that's what all Bears fans want to see. My question for you is, did the Bears make the right move in the offseason and say Justin Fields is the guy and we're going to trade our number 1 pick?
Yes, and it all boils down to this. The trade they made this last time, giving away their number 1 pick to Carolina,
Yeah.
sets them up in the offseason. If Justin Fields is not the guy, Carolina's going to stink.
Yeah.
They're going to stink. That's a top 10 pick,
Right.
top 12 pick.
Yeah.
Right?
So it gives them 2 first-round picks next year. Yeah.
Potentially. I mean, could you imagine if the Bears end up like 1-7?
Well, they're not going to be that bad next year.
But I mean, come on. If they double their wins this year, it's 6.
No, that's 6. Right.
All right. I mean, that's 7 this year.
But with DJ Moore and
It's
with
still-
Nate Davis and some of
That's
the other
still
guys.
7 this year.
Yeah.
If they double their play this year, they're at 6-13.
There aren't many teams in the NFL that go first to worst or worst to first.
Right.
Okay? It happens. It almost happens on a yearly basis, worst to first. Now, I don't know. I'm not saying the Bears can do that. But they've done some things in the offseason. They picked up an offensive lineman. They're going to try probably pick up another one today. They got DJ Moore. They picked up, the Dante Freeman pickup was unbelievable because you lose a guy like Montgomery, and all of a sudden you get a guy like Freeman who can run the ball and just run like crazy, and that's wonderful to see. And I was looking at that, and you still have Khalil Herbert. He's still here for another year. You have weapons, and they have tight ends. They have some guys that can catch the ball.
Yes.
Besides your favorite guy.
Kokomet,
Yeah. Besides Cole Kmet, they have guys that can catch the ball.
the fucking walking, running cement block that's at our tight end position.
Yeah.
Yes.
So they do have some guys. So I think they could improve from 3 to 7 or 8. They could improve more. You never know in the NFL. There were a lot of games last year the Bears only lost by a score.
Yes.
Okay. So the NFL's like that a lot.
Well,
And-
not only that, the Bears scored on. Not everybody knows the Bears scored on 70% of their first drives.
yeah, I didn't know that.
That's huge.
Yeah.
More. That's me being. Over 70% of their first drives last year, whether it be a field goal, a touchdown, what have you. That's huge.
So what was your answer? They did make the right move by saying Fields is a guy, or they didn't? Because next year, from what I understand, and
Yes,
I preface this all the time, but I'm not a big college football guy, but they said next year's quarterback class is better than this year's.
Yes.
And there could be 4 quarterbacks going in the first round.
Yes.
So,
Yeah, I think they made the right decision on Justin Fields.
okay.
I think now, me personally, sitting here today on April 27th or whatever it is, I think that Justin Fields is the guy for the Chicago Bears.
So do I.
Okay, I really do. It's something that we have not seen here yet before in Chicago. A guy that can run the ball, a guy that can throw the ball, a guy who has poise, a guy who's, he showed us what he can be. All right, now he has a lot to do. He has a lot to do to become that guy still.
Right.
Right?
Sure.
Now, all of that being said, yes, I was pissed off when they drafted him because I wanted an immediate plug-and-play starter.
Right. And you weren't getting one. Yeah.
We weren't getting one with Justin Fields.
No.
But when they drafted Tevin Jenkins, it really put me at ease. Okay.
And then he had a back problem.
But yeah, but okay, but it still was like,
I know.
it still put me as like, okay, Goose Fraba. You know, everybody that watches anger management with Adam Sandler and Jack Nicholson, Goose Fraba. Just kind of calm down a second, take a deep breath, Everything's going to be okay.
You need to do that on a daily basis. Many
times.
times.
Yes, I probably do. Yeah, you're probably right. But last year he showed us what he can possibly be. Yes, a lot with his legs. He didn't show too much with his arm, but what he did show us with his arm,
It was good stuff.
he's on point.
Yes, he was.
This year is the make or break year, and that's the Bears set up with this trade.
Yeah.
If he sucks this year, the trade with Carolina gives you a 2 in the top 15 possible picks.
Possibly, right?
You can land one of them those 5 quarterbacks,
Yep.
if need be, in those 2 top 15 picks.
From what I hear, the kid from USC is unbelievable.
Yeah,
Caleb
yeah.
Williams? What, Caleb Williams?
Yeah.
So, you know what the funny thing was? It used to always be black guys can't play quarterback. Now, pretty soon it's going to be all the quarterbacks involved.
The last good quarterback to come out of USC was Carson
Vince
Palmer.
Evans? Oh. Vince Evans came out of it.
Carson Palmer.
Yeah, he did. I know.
That was the last good quarterback to come out of USC.
There's a lot of schools. I mean, people keep talking still about the Ohio State quarterback. That still comes up today with Stroud, right?
Right.
That people still say they're questioning him. He took one of those silly tests and didn't grade properly. You know what? When he's on the field, he doesn't have pen and paper in hand. He's got the football in his hand, and he does a hell of a job. There's a lot of mock drafts out there. So many mock drafts. From what I understand, I wasn't following him today. Todd McShay apparently did 2 more mock drafts. He did 2 more, and I know that in some of the mock drafts, there's John.
That's the guy I want, honestly.
Okay. Other
That's
people
who
say
I want.
Other people say Skoronski. Other people say, and I got a list of questions.
Skronsky's a guard.
Yeah, I know, but he can play both.
Skronsky's a guard.
Well, he's a guard. Nate Davis is a guard. So you have Davis at one side, the guy they picked up in the offseason, and then you'd have Skoronski at the other. You'd have Whitehair at the center. You have Braxton Jones. You still need another tackle somewhere. You got to find out another tackle.
Harris Johnson's that guy.
Yeah, it seems like it is. One of the other questions I wanted to ask you before we get to some of the other things is what position, and we're just talking about it, but what position do you feel the Bears need the most? And obviously it seems like it's offensive line, even though there's a lot of people out there that say you need a pass rusher.
Honestly. Today's got 1.3. I mean, Bird needs something via offensive line, defensive line. I'm not going to be upset whether they draft defensive line or offensive line because they need both.
Right.
They got to create a pass rush. Last year, the Bears were worst. The worst team quarterback on the entire year. They only had
Brutal.
They need a defensive line. So go out and grab somebody of Jalen Carter, which is falling past Detroit. If you go out and grab somebody like that, yes, you take him. Okay, you got to take him. All right. On the offensive side of the ball, you got to protect your main asset. Your main asset is Justin Fields. Everybody knows this. That this is your money-making guy. That's the guy. That's who he is. He's the guy that's putting butts in seats.
So usually a CYA is cover your ass, but you're saying CYA cover your assets.
Yes.
Okay. So here's a question for you. If in fact the Bears are at 9, Jalen Carter's still there, so is Skoronski, and I don't think Paris Johnson would be
If
there.
both those guys are still there,
You pass on Carter?
no, I'm taking Jalen Carter.
Okay.
Jalen Carter's a top 5 talent. As much as I do not like Jalen Carter's a top 5 talent.
Okay, John, who follows us a lot and is watching a lot, asked us if we're coming to Detroit for the draft next year. I don't think so, but you never know. Things could change.
Yeah.
You know,
We may become millionaires by then.
Detroit is an up and coming area. They are trying to gentrify the area. So yeah, we may go up there. You never know. And eventually, we will get the TV behind us turned to the draft because I'm not sure what we're watching behind us. But yeah, the draft starts. Let's see. It's 18, 19 minutes before the draft gets underway. We'll figure those things out. I get a lot more questions for
Being an
Mike.
asshole, listening to everybody down.
Yeah, I got a lot. We'll get it done. I get a lot more questions from Mike. Also, if you want to jump on in and send us your question, we see them on the side of the screen, and we can respond to them. Like I said, John Roloffs from the Detroit area, obviously. He said draft night should be a national holiday. He said, what's going on? Where you guys been? We've been busy. We've been busy.
I've been sick. He's been busy. This guy's retired now.
Yeah, that's right. He's been sick. I've been retired. So, I mean, we jump on it. Can we get this TV turned to ESPN, this big one? Thank you. So we'll get that taken care of, and we'll talk a lot more about the draft. Panthers have the number 1 pick. If they didn't take Bryce Young, something would be seriously wrong.
Yes,
Yeah.
I would think so.
Yeah.
And then there's a lot of speculation between that, too. Gave up the number one.
Before even that, thank God for Lovie Smith.
Yes.
Lovie Smith, who was with the Houston Texans,
Leaves blue and orange.
all he had to do was lose the game. Instead, they go for it. They get a late touchdown. And because of that, the Bears get the number 1 pick, which Ryan Poles is then able to trade and move down to 9 and get DJ Moore and some more picks and things like that. We love Lovie.
That's right.
This town loves Lovie Smith.
He should still be the coach.
He won't have to pay for a drink
The
anywhere.
guy got fired after an 10-6 season. Can you believe that?
Well, there are a lot of things going the wrong way, but in the NFL, they always say it's all about winning games. They won 10 that year, and he got launched. They knew the defense was going a different way. They were all getting old. Riggs, Peanut, all those guys.
Come on, he still went 10-6.
I know, he went 10-6. He went 10-6. Okay, so you said Carter's definitely worth it. That's another one of my questions I had for you, okay? Here's another one. Do they pick at 9 or they trade down and get more picks?
That's what's going around right now.
Yeah.
That's the hot topic going around right now. If those two guys, if Paris Johnson and Skoronski and Jalen Carter are gone,
Yeah.
I would give whatever I could to the Steelers or the Skins.
Okay.
Sorry, what are they called now?
Commanders.
Thank you, Commanders are picking at what 16?
16.
Pittsburgh's picking at 17. Give what you can to those guys.
Yeah.
Okay. Even the Lions at their 18th pick.
Yep.
Okay. It's sad that I know all this stuff. I really don't like knowing all this stuff.
Well, here, I got a Bears depth chart. I printed out for you here. There you go. Bears depth chart for the upcoming season.
Now, I'm not going to be upset if the Bears take. Jesus, this table sucks.
Just don't lean on it. I know you're like leaning on things.
But if it falls down to that point, see what happens. If your top 3 picks are gone, try and figure out what you can do later on. Trade it away and get another pick for maybe next year.
I was just talking to our guy, one of the guys that we had in our football league, okay? In our Fozzie football league, Brad, over on the other side.
B-Rad.
And he said, you know what? There's more than Paris Johnson and also Skoronski. You got the kid from Tennessee, Darnell Wright, okay? You got Broderick Jones, another kid from Georgia. You play for Georgia, you're going to be a hell of a player. So that's all Georgia has is great players. Jay Hood, you're welcome. But yeah, I mean, so there are guys to grab. So a lot of people will say, you know what? Trade that 9th pick. You can still get one of those guys later. Make the move. Pick up another pick or 2 later in the first round or early second. They've got 2 second-round picks, and second-round picks are huge.
Yes.
Friday's going to be a busy day for the Bears. They've got a bunch of picks. I think they have 2 in the second, 2 in the third. I think they have 4 or 5 for the 2 days. Okay, and that's going to be wonderful. I'm impressed with what this team's doing. Ryan Poles has basically took them down to the bottom with a 3-14 record. Now they're trying to build them up to the top.
Right.
And they've got a lot of possibilities. I'm excited about the way things are going.
Yeah, me too. And anybody who sits there and tries to doubt what Ryan Poles is trying to do is honestly out of their mind. Everything that he's done, everything he's traded or touched, it's took to gold for the Chicago Bears.
Yeah.
It really has. Trading Khalil Mack, trading Robert Quinn, trading the other linebacker. Nuts.
One went to the Raiders.
No, the one that went to the Baltimore.
Oh, Roquan.
Roquan
Smith.
Trading Roquan Smith.
We forget about you so quickly.
Yeah, it's all.
Yeah.
You know, it's going. He's excellent since he stepped in and started doing this thing.
Before we get into the draft, Adam Johns, who works for The Athletic, put out a great article today. If you have The Athletic, check it out. If you don't have The Athletic, it costs you like $1 or $2 a month, okay? For the year, you can get it really cheap, especially if you haven't been on it yet. They do great writing, and that's one of Dan Pompei, one of the Hall of Fame writers for the NFL, is on there. A lot of good stuff. But Adam Johns put out an article today about a local kid, Trey Koziel. And I mentioned him with Mike in the past. Trey went to grade school at Avery Cooley School in Downers Grove. My wife was working at the Avery Cooley School. Trey was 6'4", 6'5". He was a little intimidating to my wife, okay? But he was the nicest kid in the world, greatest parents in the world. He left there and he went to Hinsdale Central. My wife left Avery Cooley and went to Hinsdale Central. And then what happened was, in 2002, Hinsdale Central had an amazing football team. First of all, when Trey Koziel was an 8th grader, they won the Pop Warner Championship as 8th graders, okay? Him and a bunch of his friends from Hinsdale. And I could be wrong. They got a championship game, but I'm pretty sure they won. In 2002, they get to the 8A semifinals, and they lose to who? The eventual 2002 state champion, Lockport. Lockport beat him in an unbelievable game. An unbelievable game in 2002. It was one of the best football games I've ever been at. It was played at Hinsdale Central. A late touchdown pass. Lockport advances. They end up winning the state title. Trey Koziel then goes to Boston College, blows out his knee not once, but twice. Okay, becomes a graduate assistant. When he's going to move on and leave at being a graduate assistant, he calls his friend, one of his college teammates, Ryan Poles, and says, "Ryan, you want to get the graduate assistant job here?" He goes, "Forget this marketing job you're going to get. Grab this job." He goes, "I'm going to go work at this golf course for my dad." Ryan Poles says, "You know what? That's a great deal." So he moves into Trey's apartment, takes Trey's job as graduate assistant, and Trey goes and works at his dad's golf course in Tennessee, but just for a short period of time. What he does then is he sends a letter to all 32 teams in the NFL saying, "Listen, I was a graduate assistant at Boston College. I want to get involved in scouting for the NFL. The Tennessee Titans have a paid internship." He grabs that. They pay him later as a regular scout. He goes, becomes a West Coast scout for the Kansas City Chiefs. He was scouting under Andy Reid and Ryan Poles, who went to Kansas City. And when Ryan Poles gets the job, one of his first moves was bringing Trey as the co-director of player personnel to the Chicago Bears. So if you get a chance, you have The Athletic, go to check out the Adam Johns article on Trey Koziel, one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet, an unbelievable kid, 6'5", tight end. He came out the same year Greg Olsen did, and if he didn't blow out his knees, who knows what his future would have been. But you know what?
That's
his
awesome.
future, now he's not getting hit, and he's making money, and he's making decisions. And he will probably be a guy that when you see the Bears make their pick at number 9, you may see him in the draft room today. If you do, if you know Trey Koziel, him and his family, great people, wonderful individual. And I could not be happier for Trey. We had him at the studio one time. I introduced him to another Boston College guy. I introduced him to Tom Waddle, 2 Boston College guys getting together. And that was wonderful. So just want to throw that out there. Trey is a wonderful guy, just an absolute wonderful guy. And his job is just scouting people, scouting players. And hopefully he did a hell of a job because your 5th, 6th, 7th round picks.
That's
guys,
him.
Yeah, those are guys that are big guys. Yep.
He's digging in the mud for those guys, right?
Yeah, so that's good. Okay. Trading down, I asked you about trading down. I asked you about the Cardinals worthwhile. I asked you if they did the right move for making Fields their guy. And I think Fields is a heck of a guy. I love the way he played last year. When he wasn't running, I loved what he did. I was a little concerned sometimes he ran because we're Bears fans, and you were worried that every time your quarterback runs, he's going to get hurt. And it hurts. It happens to all running quarterbacks.
Yes.
RG3, Michael Vick, Lamar Jackson, all of them. Yeah, Tua. Every one of them. It happens. So you hope that doesn't happen anymore, but it possibly could. The Sun-Times today had their picks, and the Sun-Times, they do a great job covering the Bears. Patrick Finley, Jason Leisure, and Mark Potash. Finley has Jalen Carter coming to the Bears. Leisure has Christian Gonzalez, the quarterback out of Oregon.
We don't need a quarterback.
And
Secondary, of anything, our secondary is fine.
well, you know what though? It's funny because they mentioned that, and they said, you have Kyler Gordon, you have Jalen Johnson, but in the NFL, in the NFL now you
Eddie
need
Jackson.
guys to play the slot and
Now
all
you
that
need,
kind of
you
stuff.
need the front seven.
And in one of the mock drafts I'm looking at here, they have Devin Witherspoon, the Illinois quarterback, going 8th, and they have the Raiders taking Christian Gonzalez.
So they're
7th.
saying there could be 5 cornerbacks taking the tonight's first round.
Yeah. And so it's going to be one heck of a draft, especially for corners. They got Joey Porter Jr. Let's see who else they got here as we go further down. Another safety, Bengals, Brian Branch. So we get all kinds of guys.
Funny.
But
Let's adjust this on the thing. Let's take a quick little break. Take a piss.
you got to pee, that's why.
I do got to pee.
How do you do? What do you
Sorry,
What do
guys.
you do? You figure this out. We're working on
Tip it
small.
towards the TV.
We're working on small situations
Yeah,
today.
small situations today. Tip this towards the TV a little bit. Give everybody. There we go. And we'll be right back, guys.
We got to do that. That's not legal, I don't think.
It's legal. It's fine.
Whatever. We'll sit here and I'll be with you. I'm going to order my food, I think.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a quesadilla. I think.
Quesadilla and also cauliflower wings.
I don't know
I'm a big
about all that.
cauliflower guy. I don't know about you. Oh my God, look at Kurt Warner. Now you can't hear what they're saying. So we're not rebroadcasting because we're delayed and all that stuff. So we're in good shape. But Mike had to run to the bathroom, not a surprise. We'll be here again at Stagecoach through the Bears pick in the first round. The Bears have the 9th pick overall. Who knows how long that's going to take for them to get to it. But we'll be here, me and Mike. We'll be talking with you. You want to jump on in, leave us a message. We'll check Facebook also if you're leaving us messages there. And talking about the draft. I mean, it's an unbelievable situation. Every year, the draft is the situation that everybody looks forward to. Where, for me, once I stopped working, which was January of 2022, once I stopped working, I said, you know what? I don't need to pay attention to the draft. I don't need to do all that kind of stuff. It's a lot of work getting ready for draft coverage. They do a great job at the radio stations. ESPN 1000 now the home for the Chicago Bears. That's a great thing. So happy that they've got that. They're all over this draft, especially the Bears with the number 9 pick. Just imagine if you get the Bears and they have no picks in the first round. That's difficult when you're drafting in the first round when you have no picks, or when you're covering the draft and there's no picks for your local team. So anyway, Mike will be back in a little bit. We'll talk more about the draft and the upcoming draft. We're going to order food. I have to double check with him. I want a bacon quesadilla and also the cauliflower wings.
What kind of sauce would you like on the wings? Sweet Thai is really good. We've never had it.
I'll go with that.
Sweet Tide.
The Sweet Tide. Yep.
And
And
then,
then-
do you want any ranch or blue cheese?
No, I'm good.
No problem.
Oh, you know what? Your ranch. Throw the ranch in there. And Michael will order a quesadilla too. I don't just know if he wants anything with it.
I'll go from putting yours in until he comes out, and then we can go ahead and just throw it
That's
out.
fine.
No
Sounds
problem.
good. Thanks. There you go. You get my dinner order as we get ready for the draft. You see all the people in Kansas City. I kind of like the way they do it now, with having it in different cities and gathering in big areas. I really like the way in Kansas City, from what I saw, it's spread out. They have a nice long lawn area where people can lay there. They also have these better seats. I guess those are for the respectable people. But just think about it. Ohio State has C.J. Stroud at quarterback. We have Smith, Najigba. I think the wide receiver's name from Ohio State. Najigba? Jigba. Okay. So you got Stroud, Jigba, and Paris Johnson. I already put my order in. Go ahead, make your quesadilla order.
Steak quesadillas.
And these guys can go in the top 7, 8 picks. Amazing.
Onions, tomatoes.
Absolutely amazing.
No onion, no
Now,
tomato.
The odds are that the wide receiver may not go till later in the first round, depending on where wide receivers go. But he could be the first wide receiver called
Right now, anyway.
in this draft. And they have the mock draft. I'm looking at Patrick Finley. I'm looking at your draft, and he has him going 12 overall. Okay, so we'll see what happens. But that's 3 from Ohio State. Not a bad deal. I saw him earlier on TV on ESPN. The 3 of them standing there talking. Just think about it. These 3 guys just
Ohio
messing
State's
around
a
in the locker room.
powerhouse.
I know, unbelievable.
I go back to the old adage of this: the Big Ten is good for nothing but defensive ends and all. You know, it's been this for the last couple of years that we've gotten a couple quarterbacks out of there.
Yeah.
But to be honest, it really has been. The Big Ten has kind of switched their game a little bit.
You know,
Where
go ahead.
we're getting quarterbacks.
I didn't know this till earlier today. There's a kid at Iowa for later in the draft. You like tight ends? Because you don't like Cole Kmet.
Yeah,
There's a kid at Iowa, which is basically tight end heaven, okay?
right.
That's where George Kittle came from, and the kid from
Well, I came from
Hockenson.
Iowa State.
Oh, did he?
Yeah,
Okay. Well, Hockenson came from Iowa, right?
right.
And then you have somebody else, can't remember who it is. But Sam Laporta is a kid from Iowa, a tight end that keep an eye on his name.
Over runner, 5 touchdowns. Shit.
Yeah. Oh, for Laporta? Well, it depends where he goes. But I thought you were saying over under for Cole Kmet. He'll be over. Are you?
Yep.
Cole, I'm sorry. He doesn't live.
I like. There's a guy at work actually who knows his girlfriend, and they're working on this
Top secret?
rumor.
Okay.
They're working on an extension for Cole Kmet.
I'm sure they are. Why not? Why not? You don't want to give up a guy like Cole Kmet.
Show me something, Cole. This year's your year. Show me something.
I don't know. I like what he's done. I like when they give him the ball. You know what he was able to do last year? He couldn't do the year before.
Fix the ball in his hands.
Held on to the ball.
Oh,
He would fumble. Remember, Greg Olson was a heck of a tight end. He had to leave because the offensive coordinator didn't have a tight end basically in his offense. But the problem with Greg Olson, he would catch the ball, he would fall down.
yes.
Now, for a while there, in my opinion, Cole Kmet did the same thing. He'd catch the ball and fall down. You need a tight end like your George Kittles or your Travis Kelce.
Fight for yards.
Guys that fight and push guys and run people over for yards. That's what you need. And hope the Bears, if they don't have one yet, they can get one future. Okay, first pick of the draft. If it's not Bryce Young from Alabama, something's wrong. Okay, it's coming up. It's 7:02. So the commissioner's going to come and give his little spiel. You know, he's going to give his little spiel. But Bryce Young has been the guy that everyone's expected to be the number
Right.
one pick probably for weeks.
A lot of size questions on if he's big enough, if he's strong enough, if he can do his thing.
Yeah.
If you don't have a big time quarterback, you have no shot. I don't know who this guy is, but yeah, he's right.
Is that RG3? RG3's, I know, it's something like that.
No, I don't
Lewis Riddick? It's not Riddick, I don't think.
know.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's the same thing. Carolina needs a lot of things.
Yeah.
Offensive line, they pretty much traded away their entire team.
I like this one. Pig Dog Video says, Fred, who is the better Brazilian soccer player, Bebeto or Ronaldo? Bebeto was good, but Ronaldo scored all the goals. I mean, I know Bebeto scored a lot, but I'm going with Ronaldo. Mike couldn't make it into the Fire Chicago house game last night. Fire a 3-0 winner. They advanced to the 4th round of the U.S. Open Cup. It was cold as hell out there at SeatGeek Stadium. Not sure who they play next, but they'll come up in a couple of weeks. And I'm going with Ronaldo. Thanks, Pig Dog, for jumping on in. Yeah, I love my soccer. I was watching Manchester United this afternoon. Manchester United had a 2-0 lead at half. Tottenham's tied it at 2. It's the way the game ends, 2-2. Crazy. Absolutely crazy.
Dolphins are the fewest picks in this draft.
That's not good for a team that struggles. Now, it's funny. I printed something up the other day about teams that have the most picks in the draft. But the problem is that after the Jets made the deal with the Packers got a bunch of picks.
Right.
Okay? And I know that going into it, the Bears had a bunch. Where is it?
There's
Okay.
what, 10?
Texans and the Raiders had 12 each. Houston stockpile with a bit top heavy. A 2 and a 4. Let me see here. Texans hold 7 picks on day 3. Day 3, the final day of the draft, I think.
5, 6, and 7.
Yeah. Everybody remembers Mr. Irrelevant last year, don't you? Brock Purdy stepped his ass up. Other teams with multiple picks: Bears 10, Green Bay 10, KC 10, Rams 11, New England 11, Giants 10, San Francisco 11, including 4 compensatory picks, and Seattle with 10. Now that was earlier. That was like 3 days ago. That could change a lot the way we go. I saw a feature on Will Levis, the quarterback from Kentucky. And again, I don't watch. This looks like he's going to go. Houston. I'm eager to see what some of this stuff happens. Again, we'll be here. We're at the Stagecoach. Come on by. Nice little place. Right
Hanging
next
out, drinking.
to State Street. Having a great time. And be here for a little while. Wait until the Bears pick, and then we'll talk about it if the Bears pick afterwards. Take some of your comments and things like that. Again, we've had John Roloffs come on in. Video 2001. Boy, imagine 2001. It was different. Now,
It's funny, too. Like, they're out there now in Carolina. If you're giving the Bears what they gave them, I mean, that's a lot of stuff.
oh yeah, I know.
Curtis Samuel, they lost Christian McCaffrey. I mean, but then Adam Thielen.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? They're just implementing different weapons for a new quarterback to be able to possession. What they're doing is they're implementing possession receivers.
yeah,
You know what I mean? It's,
Yeah.
it's like, okay, so they're kind of doing a good thing. It's like, okay, any quarterback that you have, as long as he can throw the ball to them, they're position receivers.
it's nice that the Bears went out and got a DJ Moore. You got DJ Moore, you got Darnell Mooney, and you got Chase Claypool. That's a nice set of receivers, in my opinion. Okay?
I'm over Darnell Mooney at this point.
Are you really?
I am.
I know you got hurt last year, but
I was
before that,
I was really high on Darnell Mooney at the beginning. I thought he had the opportunity to be like a poor man's Tyreek Hill.
yeah,
I really did. I thought he had all the characteristics and all the game to be that.
yeah. Not so much, huh?
No, not so much.
Yeah. So you got DJ Moore, Chase Claypool, Darnell Mooney, then Equinemius St. Brown, Velus Jones, who struggled a little bit last year holding onto the ball.
33-year-old man.
He's not that old. Dante Pettis. And then you got this guy from San Francisco, Symbol Walker, or Webster. And he's a guy that's actually played in the past. See how he does. You know, it's funny. The draft has turned into such a show now. They had it at downtown. They had it in Vegas. Did they have it in Nashville? I can't remember. But I know they had it in Vegas. They had it downtown Chicago. Now it's in Kansas City. It's a huge, huge event. Yeah. It used to be inside. Now it's outside. Remember, it was like rain, I think, in Chicago, too, on a couple of days. It's funny that people get all excited. They get all geeked up for the draft. Everybody boos Roger Goodell for good reason. Yep. The guy's a tool. Absolute tool. Okay?
Everybody's booing. They're cheering to boo.
Yeah. That's the way it should be. He's not a good guy. So let's see. And I'm sure, like I said, if it's not Bryce Young, he's given his initial speech, so Bryce Young will be in a little bit, I would think.
That's too soon, right?
Well, yeah, you never know. These drafts can go a long time. They expect the draft to go to at least 10:30 today. Oh, yeah, it's great.
There's no coming your car there right now.
Right, are they?
Yeah.
That's cool. They're having a good time. Who's this?
That's from SNL.
I wouldn't recognize you. I haven't watched SNL until Belushi left. No, they're talking about all kinds of Kansas City stuff. Because we're in KC. So, but I'm eager to see what happens with the Bears season. I'm eager to see what happens with this Bears team, how the draft goes. And again, I retire and ESPN gets the Bears. It's like, okay, great, thanks. I did post-game shows and pre-game shows for years and years, and all of a sudden I retire when you guys grab the station or the Bears. Unbelievable. They were probably just waiting for me to retire in order for that. Look at this. Oh my God, Kansas City. You got Mahomes bringing out the trophy. This place has to be going absolutely crazy. Look at that. Yeah, it's 10 after 7.
This is brought up Rob Riggle. Rob Riggle's a big Chiefs fan.
I hate Rob Riggle.
What?
I do.
Why?
Cannot stand him.
Why?
He's not funny.
What?
No, he's not funny at all. No,
Ah!
not funny at all.
Ah!
No, don't like him. Not funny. Sorry, I know you're a Marine. You'll kick my ass, but you're not funny. Not at all.
I like Rob Riggle. I think
This guy, Patrick Mahomes, just unbelievable things he was able to do with a football.
Can you imagine American uniform?
No. And then Travis Kelce grabs the mic, and I'm sure Travis is swearing quite a bit. They're probably going to beat him out constantly. And look at that. Just a sea of humanity. Just unbelievable how many people are at the draft. And when it was here, you didn't go, did you? No. I mean, I don't like crowds. I don't like big crowds. I like the crowd we got here today at Stagecoach here in Lockwood. Come on down and get a chance. Come on down and great food, awesome food. Drinks are wonderful. Mike's waiting for another one, I think. Oh, he got one.
Pretty close to it.
Yeah. So I think Roger Goodell said, you know, the way I don't get booed is introduce Patrick Mahomes. I think that's probably the only reason he did it. But look at all the people. And it was great. I think it's great for the NFL the way they do it now. Yeah. And Kansas City, I mean, think about it. The Chiefs had the last pick. These people are going to be out there partying. They're all going to be drunk. They won't know who KC picked. Yeah.
Everybody passed on him.
He's been a weird player, though. He's been hard, hurt, not playing enough and stuff like that. So, we got some food coming. There we go.
Is this a bacon one?
Yeah.
Thank you. Cauliflower?
Yep.
Here for you.
Thank you.
Yes, sour cream.
Yeah, of course.
Perfect. Thank you.
Look at this.
Great food.
Look at this.
We got a quesadilla.
Quesadilla.
You got, what'd you get? Chicken or regular?
Steak.
I got bacon. Can you go wrong? A bacon quesadilla.
Sweet
and then cauliflower wings. And you go, really? Cauliflower doesn't have wings. These do. Unbelievable. Good stuff. Trying to say healthy. You take a vegetable and then you bread it and deep fry it. Comes out great. The draft is a long. There's a reason ESPN has 5 guys on their draft table because it's tough for 1 or 2 people to talk that long about the draft. So.
This is good. Guys, coming down the Stagecoach right now, downtown Lockport, Illinois. Get the quesadillas. These things are phenomenal. I have the steak, you got the bacon, you got the cauliflower wings. I'm ordering myself a set of barbecue wings because I know what they're like. They're unbelievable. But yeah, that's where we're going.
As soon as okay, Kurt Warner looks like. You know what we need? Napkins. Yep, we're getting there. Hold on. There we go. There we go. And it's not that they didn't have napkins on the table. We moved everything off the table so we could put our stuff here. So they were well prepared. So, okay, now we're waiting for the draft to start, actually, after we kiss Kansas City's ass again. Okay? But when that many people turn out, do whatever you have to do. There he is.
The best thing about Bryce is his size. It's big enough. We've seen a bunch of small quarterbacks.
Yeah.
We've seen Drew Brees. We've seen guys like that. Do their thing.
Right.
They'll be okay.
Well, the other thing, but the way the game has changed. It's been a situation that we're able to do different things offensively with the way the offense has changed and things like that. And because of that, some of the smaller quarterbacks, you don't have to be a big guy. To be one of those guys can throw the ball on the run. You can be a guy like that. See what happens when more people come in. They all can jump on the Wi-Fi. Right? And then the Wi-Fi becomes so if we throw it down, yeah.
But no, I mean, you're right. His big thing was his size.
Yeah.
Can't do days in the NFL. And that's a big thing. Handy.
Yeah.
You've seen smaller quarterbacks throughout the league. Guys like Drew Brees, guys, I mean,
Kyler Murray.
Yeah. You've seen guys just pick it up and just do it. What they need to do.
Yeah.
Like, can they do what they need to do? And hopefully this guy in Carolina, hopefully he's exactly what they're looking for. A guy that can move the ball a little bit with his legs, move the ball in his arms,
Right.
and get everything going. Carolina's in a hurting spot right now. They got to figure it out because they haven't been worth anything either in a long time.
Thank God we don't go listen to Rich Eisen. Oh, what a tool. Sorry, I'm not a fan.
No,
No. Hard to believe they gave him his own TV show.
not a fan of Rich, huh?
Very good compass guy. Thank you. If you get a chance when you come here to the Stagecoach, ask for Kenzie. She's doing a great job tonight, helping us out in, I don't know, less than optimal situation, I guess you call it. The nice part about this is I was looking at online the other day. Lockport's looking for more places to park cars because there's so many great places to go to. Lockport that even with valet parking, they don't have enough places to put cars. They're thinking about having to come up with another parking solution. Because everyone wants to come down here. I'm glad I was able to beat the crowd. I moved out here to Lockport. Great place.
Downtown Lockport is a hot spot. Between this place, Ditchlow Chair, Nick and I have next door.
Well, and Papa Joe's right down the street, 159. You can't beat it. Great place. We would have been there today, but they had some other big events coming on. Bigger than me and Mike. Can you imagine? Something bigger than me and Mike was going on at Papa Joe's today. Hard to believe.
Who knows?
But that's
Some cauliflower. No, I'm good. The whole flower aspect of it turns me off. But
here we go. Finally, the selection. The draft is finally underway at 7:20.
here's Bryce Young off the board.
Right now, I bet you had the other 31 teams are going, damn it. They wanted him. But we're underway. It's finally gotten started after all this time, all the talk.
He's finally the guy off the board. And he had a great career at Alabama.
Yep.
He had a nice little stint there in Alabama. Won a national championship, did his thing. But the thing is, the knock on him right now, going into the NFL, is that he's too small. That's what it is. Now, can he get himself big enough to play in a big boys game? And that big boys game is the NFL.
Yeah.
That's what it boils down to.
We don't he'll have every opportunity. Obviously, Carolina Panthers when they start the season, when they take the field with their offense, him running it. Okay? And because it's so close to the college football, Carolina right there, people are gonna be psyched. I'm sure Panther fans are going crazy right now.
But that is me not speaking as a Panther fan, but if that's the guy that you need, yes, if I'm a Panther fan, that's the guy I want. That's the guy we moved up to get.
Right? You made the trade.
We needed a quarterback since Cam Newton, 2015 MVP.
You keep mentioning Drew Brees. They compare him to Drew Brees. Talking about him. Yep.
The kid's got a cannon.
Well, how good was Drew Brees in the NFL? Unbelievable. Right?
Broke every record until Tom Brady said to make another year.
Yep.
That's what it boils down to.
So,
Drew
okay.
Brees is an absolute monster.
So the Texans are next. This is the big question.
This is where it gets goofy.
What do the Texans do?
Do they go quarterback or do they go defense? Do they go offensive line? This could be a big thing here.
This is big, and also
Cardinals.
the third pick, the Cardinals, because John gave up what's going to happen. There you go, tail of the tape.
Right.
5'10", right? It spikes, running around. I don't need to get worried so much.
But we do have those guys in the NFL. Those guys that I forgot to mention was Russell Wilson
Right?
out of Wisconsin. Came in here, won a Super Bowl, stud defense, but still managed that offense, like a game changer.
Yep.
Did his thing. Yes, he had the weapons on his side with Doug Baldwin and all those other guys, but Marshawn Lynch and everybody else. He still managed that offense. He was the commander of that offense. And still got it done to where he can win the Super Bowl.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, that defense was great with Richard Sherman and Bolden and everybody else.
Had a linebacker
Cam
in this game.
Chancellor and
Yeah.
everybody else. But I mean, come on. He still managed to get there on the offensive side of the ball
Yep.
to kick ass and get them on hard to win the Super Bowl.
I'm glad most of the players realize it's such a blessing to get drafted where they get. They're playing a game, and now their families are going to be set forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. And he does.
Exponential growth.
If you look at it, he's not a big jewelry guy. There's no jewelry. There's no things around his neck. And that's fine. You want to do that? That's fine. He doesn't do it. He's the number one pick of the draft. He looks very, very nice. Texans are on the phone. I'll be interested to see what happens. Do they take C.J. Stroud? Do they go right after another quarterback because they
I
need
say
somebody?
I say take Will Anderson.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
A lot of people say that. A lot of people say, well, Anderson's
There's no
sick.
wings. Is there anything I can get for you guys?
Thank you. I'm good.
Sour cream.
Sour cream. Yeah.
What is that? Look at that. You know what? I'm so happy to be at Stagecoach in Lockport as opposed to right there.
Yeah. We can get out of here in 10 minutes.
Right. Going to games is very difficult. It's a situation where I know you guys like going to games once in a while. You like traveling to games. Went to Cleveland a couple years ago, almost got in a fight with a bartender.
Yeah.
Here we go. Texas second selection, second pick overall in the draft. C.J. Stroud. Will Anderson's still there. That's going to change a lot.
Yep. I'm surprised there, actually.
I think they realized that they were to the point where they needed a guy. They needed the guy to be their quarterback. And there's questions with Stroud, too, as they are for any quarterbacks. But questions there, too. It's so funny. They talk about tests and they talk about all these things that these players can put through. You know what? The only thing they should be judged by is what they do on the field. And as long as they're not criminals. Now, when I say that, the situation with Jalen Carter is a little bit different. Because a lot of people race their cars. Changing and going into traffic, probably a stupid idea, but young people with lots of money do a lot of stupid things. I didn't have a lot of money, so I didn't do a lot of stupid things. But yeah. So the problem he had is that when he gained weight, did not look good in some of his pro days and things like that. That's a negative on him.
Right.
You can't control what happened already, but you can control what you're doing and what you're going to be doing in the future. And for him to not be ready and not be in shape and not do certain things in his pro day and not look good, that's a problem. That's the thing I have a problem with. So here's the one down to the Cardinals at number 3. Do they trade this pick?
I want to say, Jalen Carter has all the talent right now. I mean, he really does.
Yes, he does.
He has a ton of talent,
Yep.
but it's a ton of talent on a 10-10 thing. And I hope that he can figure it out as he becomes a professional. Because he's one of those guys where it's like, man, if you just sit there and just study,
Yep.
if you just sit there and just read the book
Be the guy.
and be the guy that you need to be,
Yeah.
you are going to be a potential Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
He has that amount of talent.
I know.
But with him being this coming out before the draft and him being a fucking moron, it has to have a rude awakening to every single NFL team that's out there looking at the draft.
Well, and then there's only so much you can do, but I know there have been NFL teams in the past that basically they hire a guy to basically shadow their top pick throughout the season. Make sure he's doing this. Make sure he's on the straight and narrow. Make sure he's doing everything right. Make sure he's not getting out of control. And the players just have to deal with this. This is the National Football League. This is a league that does not want to be embarrassed, okay? And you've embarrassed them before you even got drafted. And that's tough. So, Jay Stroud having a hard time controlling himself.
I'm just going to Houston.
That could be it.
I don't want to go to Houston, man. He's thinking, I don't want to go to Houston.
Think about it. Two of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, history of the NFL, John Elway and Eli Manning, got drafted and basically refused to go where they were going.
Right.
So we're not going there. I ain't going there. So it worked out okay for them. That's not the way the NFL wants it to work. The draft is the highlight, the thing for the NFL. They probably promote the draft more than they promote the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
This is the biggest night in the NFL.
Right.
So,
I remember 2017. My wife and I were sitting out in the patio with the old apartment.
okay.
And I'm hanging out there, and I will relive this moment. I will relive this moment over and over and over again. We're sitting there, we're hanging out. I'm grilling steaks, I'm grilling potatoes.
Uh-huh.
There's a number 3 overall pick. They trade up one spot for the number 2 pick. I'm like, we're getting Deshaun Watson. That's what's happening. We're getting Deshaun. I'm like, let's fucking go.
Yep.
Let's go.
Yep.
Nope. We
Mitchell
trade
Trubisky.
one spot up. Grab this fucking whopping pile of human trash, human flesh bag full of shit, with Mitch Trubisky.
There has been a trade.
You guys on?
Yeah.
I flipped my fucking board.
Yeah.
Right? was so pissed, I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
All right.
You know what?
With the second pick
Yeah.
in the 2017 NFL Draft, the Chicago Bears select Mitch Trubisky. I was ready to blow my fucking brains out. In the middle of my, like, I swear to, I was ready to throw the grill off the fucking patio. Fuck the steaks. Fuck the potatoes. I don't care. Sorry.
Better
I'm
get.
sorry. Sorry. But I was livid.
Yeah.
And my soon-to-be wife is in the kitchen.
And she still
And
decided
she's
to marry
she's
you.
mixing a salad. Like, it's okay. I'm like, it's not fucking K. Nothing is a-okay. We just took Mitch Trubisky from North Carolina. What the fuck are we doing? Like, that's where I was at. And she's like, are you going to seriously let this ruin your night? I was like, yes, I'm going to let this ruin my
Not only
night.
your night, but your next several years.
Yeah. And then we got married, and it's been shit. It's been shit since. So, Mitch Trubisky, thanks for ruining my marriage, you prick. I appreciate it. It's all Mitch Trubisky's fault.
It's not his fault. There's a lot of other extenuating circumstances.
I wasn't a fan of his either.
I mean, like, we sit there. We know people, Fred. We know Mike North. We know guys like that are bleeding blood out. Die-hard Trubisky fans. For what? For what? Why?
We know people, but Houston,
What did Houston just do?
Houston traded up to number 3. You know what's funny? I love closed captioning, except it gets in the way of the big picture. Oh, the Texans get Will Anderson too. So they get C.J. Stroud and Will Anderson. They trade up to get to the Cardinals, and they get that. Look at that. They come away with the best of both worlds.
Huh?
You get the second quarterback and the first defensive player.
A team that needs help, they figure out a way to do it.
Not a bad deal.
Not a bad deal at all. That's going to be the story tomorrow morning.
Try and check and see what it was they gave up. Of course, everybody's online here. Cardinals get the 2024 first rounder from Texas. Cardinals get 12, 33, a first in 2024, and a third in 2024. Texans get the third overall pick in the 105th.
Texans gave up a lot. But they just solidified their defensive line.
Yes, they did.
They solidified their quarterback spot.
Yep,
So how much shit can you give them?
it's worth it.
It's worth it.
You're the Texans. Now you can sit back a little bit. Be like Ditka after he gave up all his picks for Ricky Williams and said, going golfing. Now the Colts have a decision. Do you go Anthony Richardson or do you go with Will Levis? Will Levis is a guy a lot of people think they like a lot. It's going to be interesting with this pick.
They need a quarterback.
Yeah, they do. Now you
And
need
the
a
problem with
quarterback.
Colts, last 3 years, they've been banking on that The veteran quarterback. When Andrew, and I get it, Andrew Luck retiring sucks. I understand that.
How brutal is that, huh?
I mean, that's miserable.
Yeah.
And you're talking about a guy that you drafted thinking that he's going to be an 18, 15 to 20-year quarterback.
Yeah. He decides to retire.
He's like, nah, I'm good. I'm trying to get this shit out of here.
Yeah. That's an amazing
Yeah,
story.
that's a tough one. It's a tough one. I would take Will Levis here. Colts are there. I mean, you got a decent offensive line. Obviously, they lost their defensive coordinator.
Will you take Levis over Richardson?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I would take Levis over Richardson.
They're giving you the information we already gave you. The trade for the Cardinals.
Thank you, Brad.
Yeah.
So again, Houston Texans give up. Never mind.
Yeah.
I lied to you.
Next pick is in. They're not waiting long for the Colts. Look at all the people.
Not too many people.
Well, too many people for me and for you, maybe, but the NFL is loving every minute of this.
I would be able to do it.
We're good. I'm good. Stagecoach, great food. Unbelievable. Their quesadillas are great.
Those quesadillas are ridiculous. Let's talk
Cauliflower,
about it.
yeah, the cauliflower wings are really, really good. I know cauliflower.
I'm bringing this tomorrow for lunch.
Cauliflower doesn't have wings. I know that, but they're really good. You take cauliflower, you bread it, put some drizzle some sweet Thai sauce on it. If you've not been to downtown Lockport in a while, you may not recognize it. A lot of stuff going on, great times, great restaurants, great food, good beer, really good stuff.
I wonder what the Bears are going to do.
Well,
Things are kind of shaping a little different than what everybody expected.
Will Anderson.
Nobody expected for the Houston to trade for 3 and 4.
Well, they had 2, and then they got 3.
What?
So now this is 4 with the Colts.
What? So, there'll be
And they take Anthony Richardson. We didn't expect
No
that.
way.
You didn't expect that. Will Levis is still there.
no way. He's a joke, right?
So what do you not like about this pick?
A lot.
Okay.
Competition that you face in college. The fact that he's one-dimensional. Yeah, he has a huge arm. He reminds me so much of Jamarcus Russell.
Is he going to come into camp 300 pounds?
I don't know. He's a big kid. He's hard to tackle. He has every intangible that big tight end coming out of Miami of Ohio.
Yeah.
I mean, but
Hey, so far,
I mean, it's exactly what I just said. I mean, the kid's got a fucking bazooka. But Florida.
Patrick Finley has nailed his 4. Finley had Bryce Young, C.J. Stroud, Will Anderson in a trade, and Anthony Richardson. He's got the Seahawks taking 5th, going with Jalen Carter.
Well, I mean, it shouldn't go past Seahawks. If Jalen Carter goes past Seahawks, he's definitely going to be eaten up by the Detroit Lions. There's no doubt about
And
it.
that would be the Tyree Wilson drop tonight. Which could be the good news for the Bears if they're going defense instead of offense. So that's what makes it that fun. And it's moving along pretty well, too.
Yeah. That pick was surprising. Honestly, who's going there is that's surprising.
Now Will Levis could drop all the way to the
The Raiders.
Tennessee.
Well, I would picture Levis being there. What is it, 7? Yeah.
We play a commercial. Maybe not.
Our guys here at Stagecoach. So here we go. Got here. Guys here at Stagecoach. It's awesome. Having a great time, eating, drinking, having a fun time.
Back with this minute. We apologize for technical difficulties throughout the course of the evening. Wi-Fi. Even at your house, Wi-Fi can be bad at times. I think you all understand that.
Fred going big. It's that time. We're getting closer and closer to the Bears, big guys. That's coach in downtown Lockport, having a blast, drinking beers, eating food. See, this is a great time. Having a lot of fun here. There's a bunch of people here watching the draft. Having a good time. We'll get it going. We're having a fun time. We're getting ready for that fifth pick. I don't know what happened in that fourth pick, but we'll see what happens. But, you know, earlier, on the offensive line, defensive linebackers, they have so many. Now, yeah, you went out and grabbed some linebackers in the offseason. This should help. But you still something. So hopefully, draft.
Arizona's trading up to 6 for sources. So AZ. But Arizona just got
Las Vegas, Atlanta, Chicago.
okay. Now the Arizona Cardinals making the pick. The commissioner rattling it off just after a trade with the Lions. We'll find out more.
Harris Johnson,
Harris Johnson
Fuck.
Jr. Unbelievable.
the guy at the Bears, the guy that we were talking about for a long while here in Chicago. We wanted him. A guy that can protect the blind side of Justin Fields.
Well, you know what? Better going to AZ than Detroit.
Yes.
Yeah. So Harris Johnson Jr. goes
First
to Arizona.
tackle off the board. Over.
So now you got the Raiders, Falcons, and Bears.
Raiders, Falcons, and Bears. Raiders need a quarterback.
We'll be here for a while after the Bears pick, talking about it, getting your opinion if you want to jump on in.
Bears, that's good. That is the guy that I wanted the Bears to grab, Fred.
Yeah.
That's the guy that I wanted the Bears to grab. If you follow to him,
6 for a 12 and a 34. So Arizona gets, Detroit gets the 12 and the 34. That Paris Johnson. So the top 5 of the Bryce Young, C.J. Stroud, Will Johnson going to Houston, along with C.J. Stroud, Anthony Richardson to Indianapolis, Will Anderson, Devin Witherspoon to Seattle, and Paris Johnson going to Arizona. Not bad so far. See what happens. We got the Raiders, Falcons, and then the Bears.
What's our projected the next 2 picks will be going? Between 7 and 8. That's my opinion.
Well, we'll see how it works. Right now, the White Sox are losing 12-2. So,
8 in a row.
oh yeah,
Cubs won today.
yep, beat the Padres.
5-2.
I had mentioned weeks ago, a month or so ago, the Cubs would be more interesting than the White Sox this year. I'm not wrong.
No.
Lions now have 12, 18, 34, 48, 55. That's tons of picks for a team that stepped it up. So it comes down to Jalen Carter. You say go for it, right?
If he falls to the Bears, yeah, definitely for sure.
Okay.
I would say Will Levis is one of the next 2 picks. Maybe Jalen Carter. There frees you up to be a Skronsky, that frees you up to put the guy. And let's see what happens here in the next couple of picks.
Yep.
But if Jalen Carter's there, yes, you take Jalen Carter. You cannot let him escape the top 10.
No. I wouldn't think so.
There's a 3 technique. You cannot let him escape the top 10. Especially here in Chicago. Chicago, the hands and so all your stuff, figure it the fuck out. Time to be an adult. You're here, you're playing on a big league contract, you're a big leaguer.
So Raiders are up. Mock drafts have them taking a quarterback, Christian Gonzalez. We'll see what happens.
Who's the next best?
But you got Gonzalez,
Will Levis?
Will Levis.
I I would
Carter,
imagine
Tyree Wilson.
I would imagine the Vegas Raiders take Will Levis.
Is the pick in? Hopefully the Wi-Fi holds up so we can get the Bears' ninth pick. Locked down. Have a great time. We are. The cauliflower wings are great. The regular wings are great. The quesadillas are amazing. When I do shows like this, over the years at the Score and at ESPN, I always get quesadillas because they were so much easier to eat than anything else. And they weren't messy. But then today I got the cauliflower wings that are messy as hell. So I got a fork. So, but enjoyed every minute of it. I was. My hands were getting all messed up. There's Will Levis, I think. Looking to see if he's the guy that goes to the Raiders. Extremely possible. The Raiders can still.
If he's in.
Yep. We'll see what happens. Las Vegas Raiders. I'll be in Vegas next month. 2 months, actually.
I'm telling you, it makes more sense.
Patriots are at 14. They would grab him. Reports are they want him.
I think it's fucking terrible.
Yeah, just stop leaning. We're Rich Eisen, you suck. I could say that, right? Yeah. But Rich Eisen sucks.
Yeah, you can say that.
I try not to watch the draft because Rich Eisen sucks. It's nice. Nice you don't have to worry about listening to him. Come on, announce the pick already. Get the commissioner out there. They will be only 2 picks away from the Bears.
Look how many people are there.
Yeah. Yeah. I see humanity. Didn't Garoppolo went to the Raiders, didn't he?
Yeah.
Okay. Jimmy G. He'll make his money. He'll get out. He'll retire. He'll be fine. Here comes the commish. Oh, maybe not yet. Maybe the Patriots decide to make a move. Maybe the Patriots trade with the Raiders or with the Raiders, but I thought it said the pick was in.
Who's this guy?
Oh, I see him all the time. I can't remember his name.
He's wearing a lot of makeup.
That's why I got a face for radio. That's why I worked the radio for 40 years.
All these guys are wearing too much makeup. I think we need to get a makeup department here at Club too, right?
I don't think so. That's not happening. Here's the pick. Here's the commissioner strolling out. Patriots pick 7 now. So. Oh, they took the pass rusher. Yep. They got that other kid. Who's the Max guy? Max. Just a demon on the D line there. So Tyree Wilson goes. No, to the Raiders. So now we have Falcons next and then the Bears.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Bears coming up quickly. We'll be here. Get your opinion on the Bears pick once it happens. Boy, it looks like Dion. Flip those shades down. Look at that suit. I couldn't pull that off.
Hey,
Nah. No. Don't think so. Not even in Vegas. No. Not happening.
especially with you.
Oh yeah.
You got that.
I had to send sunglasses to everybody. Sorry to blind you. Tyree Wilson. Look at him. Picking up the commission.
He's got the strut.
No, don't have it. Tyree Wilson, Texas Tech. I've always wanted to be described as long. Always.
Always.
Yep. Look at these guys. Now see Jalen Carter.
Still out there.
He's going to be there for the Bears if they decide to go after him. You know what? You go Jalen Carter and you grab an offensive lineman somewhere else down the line. You got 2 picks in the second round. You hope somebody falls that you can grab, or you make a move up. Go 2 for 1. Move up to the end of the first round. Look at those people. Jeez. What if you got a pee and you're in the middle of that? What do you do?
Let's go.
God, that's crazy. So Tyree Wilson from Texas Tech goes to the Raiders. Falcons are up next, then the Bears. Bijan Robinson, Bijan Robinson, the running back out of Texas, still available. Bears aren't going to go running back. If they want a running back, there would be so much dissension in Bears fandom tomorrow. Because you got to go line. You got to go D-line, O-line. It says pick is in already. Pick is in, and we're running commercials. Come on. Jeez. Just run a commercial in the corner. Go to the pick. How expensive must this dog food be? Oh, yeah, dogs are very happy. Their owners are broke. A farmer's dog. Yeah. You know what? We make turkey and rice, vegetables, and mix it up, and the dogs are happy until they're not. So, Falcons Pick Live when we get back to this beer commercial.
Do you think this is Jalen Carter?
The Falcons?
Yeah.
No.
So now the Bears have a big question to ask here. Do they take Jalen Carter?
I don't think the Falcons did. We'll see.
There's no quarterback.
Maybe Will Levis.
That's what I'm thinking.
All right, the commercial's over. The Falcons Pick is live coming up next.
I'm hoping they grab Jalen Carter. I mean, come on, let's
You know
go.
what? Oh, you mean you were hoping Atlanta
Yeah,
grabs it?
no, I'm hoping the Bears grab it.
Well, let's see what Atlanta does first. For the person watching this live right now, thanks. We appreciate it. Would you stop it? Stop playing on the damn thing. Lean to. Will we run more commercials? Can you imagine being there? It's worse than being at a game with all the commercials. While you're at the game, here you're at the draft, waiting. The commissioner's going, are we done yet?
Well, it's been a fun time here. Stagecoach.
Always is. I love Stagecoach. We did a couple of games
Getting
here.
our faces off, drinking our faces off.
Yep.
Nice little crowd here, being homey and nice.
Stick around for a little bit after the Bears draft, and we'll go from there and let you guys go and figure out what you're going to do with the rest of your Thursday evening. Remember, this all used to be Saturday, Sunday. Then it was Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Now it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday,
I'm
Sunday.
going to go to work tomorrow with a hangover.
Yeah.
Can't wait for that.
One of our guys, John Roloff, said the draft night should be a national holiday. Maybe the day after should be a national holiday.
Yes.
And not draft day. And by the way, I know I heard Karen Yurko and Chris Black, they were all ripping the movie Draft Day. It's a good movie. It's a fun movie.
It's good.
Plus, it's got Jennifer Garner in it.
Hold on, time. It's not as good as Camp says about it.
No, it's not as good as Captain.
Captain is the fucking.
Yeah, it's not a great
It's
movie.
not that good.
But you know what? When I watch a movie, I just want to be entertained. I'm not worried about, the technical.
Captain.
I know. I mean, one thing. Oh, let's go. Let's get more we are. We lose that. Here we go.
Nice zoom on, right?
Cameraman's the MVP. Who are these people? The Eagles have traded 9. The Bears have dropped down. So the Bears have moved down to 9. That's what I meant. So the Eagles move up to 9, Bears move down. They just want to keep us here. Okay, guys, take it away. Let's see.
So speak. Wow. John Robinson. Wow. The Falcons select for John Robinson. Texas running back. This fucking table, I swear to God.
Stop waiting.
Guys, we're at Stagecoach. My table sucks.
Don't get that table. John Robinson will get pulled down by his hair at least once or twice in the NFL.
Sean Robinson. Now, we listen to Carmen Yurko every day this week. And we know their idea of
Running backs in the draft. Don't waste your time drafting a running back. You can find running backs anywhere. Let's see who the Bears draft trade was.
Right now, the Bears' 2 picks are still on the board.
The Bears have traded pick 9 to the Eagles for the 10th pick and the 4th round pick in 2024. Apparently, the Eagles want Jalen Carter.
So the Bears going to Robinson. Bears are going to Robinson.
Apparently,
That's out. What do they get in return for that trade? For the trade.
a 4th round pick in 2024.
Okay.
Giants were ahead of this
Miles Miller.
Clemson. Bryce Reese.
Bryce Reese, yes.
Yeah. Let's see
Big
what they,
surprises there too.
back out. Then the Bears in the 9 trade down to number 10. The Eagles trade up with the 9th pick to Jalen Carter. The Bears reportedly are going to take Darnell Wright, the offensive tackle out of Tennessee. We'll wait and see. But that's what everyone's saying now. Instead of Skoronski, who a lot of people talked about, nobody really talked about Darnell Wright from Tennessee. They talked about Paris Johnson. They talked about Skoronski. They talked about Jalen. They didn't want to have to deal with Jalen Carter apparently, and they'll figure out another way to get some pressure on the quarterback. So Jalen Carter goes number 9 to the Eagles, and the Bears are up at 10. Again, reports out they take Darnell Wright out of Tennessee.
Not a happy camper here, Fred.
Just like you were 3 years ago when they took Justin Fields.
No, but I mean, come on, I'm not as pissed off. I'm more along the fact it's like, what are we doing here? I know that we have so many holes to fill.
Right? Darnell Wright, according to our lads, which is somebody I really follow, they had, as offensive tackle, they had Darnell Wright 7. Behind Skoronski, Paris Johnson, Broderick Jones, Anton Harrison, Matthew Bergeron, and DeJuan Jones. They have Darnell Wright, number 7, at the offensive tackle position. We'll see if, in fact, that's who the Bears pick, but all reports say that's who the Bears are going to take. Darnell Wright, kid out of Tennessee, the offensive tackle position. Guy they'll slip right in with Braxton Jones on one side, him at the other. You'll have Nate Davis, you'll have Whitehair to figure out what that other guard position is. Probably Kevin Jenkins at the other guard position. So that'll be your old line protecting Justin Fields next year. So
I'm not a happy camper right now. I was hoping the Bears, if they were active, they had Jalen Carter. But again, at the same time, I can't sit here and be pissed off.
right,
The Bears have so many holes on this team.
and protecting the quarterback
Protecting quarterback
should be number 1. Right.
It should be number 1, especially what I mean. If Ryan Poles is staying true to his word, protecting Justin Fields is number 1.
Yep.
Plain and simple. So, what you got to do? Get him the best available, protect him, make sure he's wrapped in bubble wrap every game. Just make sure it happens.
Yep. So Jalen Carter goes to the Eagles. Eagles had a hell of a defense already. Now they just get that much better with Jalen Carter. So
I mean, you gotta understand where I'm pissed off though. As a Bear fan, it's like last year we had 20 sacks as a team.
yeah, they weren't good.
They
Not
were
many.
not good.
But here's a stat you want to know. Fields was pressured at 14.75% of his dropbacks. It's the highest percentage since the merger in 1970. A quarterback should do more than 300 passes. So they need protection for their quarterback. And that was the goal, apparently, of Ryan Poles. Goes out to get Nate Davis to play a guard. You got Tevin Jenkins. You got Braxton Jones from last year. Now you're going to have Darnell Wright, apparently, from Tennessee with this pick, number 10 overall. So
Hopefully something happens here. We'll talk a little bit more about the Bears pick after it's all said and done.
that will let you enjoy the rest of your evening. I can't believe you're not enjoying it already listening to us. You'd think you'd have to be enjoying it. Come on. So Melissa Stark went to a tanning bed before the show started.
Jalen Carter.
No bed needed.
This fucking table.
Jalen Carter happy in Philadelphia. Defense will love him until he gets hurt or misses a down or doesn't get to the quarterback. And,
Starts racing cars.
yeah, streets of Philadelphia are tough. The mean streets of Philly. The pick is in for the Bears. Again, apparently it's going to be Darnell Wright, the offensive tackle. Where's the commish? Nice zoom. Oh, that's a nice shot. Yeah. That makes the whole draft. Darnell Wright, Offensive tackle, Tennessee.
Who reported that first?
I don't know. Brad Biggs. Brad Biggs is always on top of the stuff. Darnell Wright absorbed power in an elite competition. How many sacks did he give up? I want to know that. Taking an offensive lineman for the first time in the top 10 since 1983. I don't know. Darnell Wright 6'5". Holy cow. It's a monster. 333. Scored a 9.68 on the test out of a possible 10. Ranked 43rd out of 1,293 offensive tackles from 1987 to 2023. So I guess that's pretty good. An athletic offensive lineman, rare traits, his size. So
We got what we needed.
Bears have what they got. They pass on Skoronski. They go with Darnell Wright from Tennessee.
We got what we needed. We got something of what we needed.
Yep.
I'm okay with that.
Yep.
I'm not pissed. I'm not butthurt. The Bears have a lot of holes. We got to fill them up.
And they'll do a lot of that tomorrow. They have second round, 2 picks in the second round. I think 4 late tomorrow on Friday night. So tomorrow, see what the Bears do. So it should be interesting. They needed offensive line. We knew that.
They needed both sides of the ball, Fred. That's it.
Yeah, but we talked about
It doesn't matter what you need. You need one extreme player.
we talked about Paris Johnson. We talked about Skoronski, and they decided to go with someone else. And right, they didn't go with Jalen Carter. They didn't want Jalen Carter apparently, and that's why they made the move. And with the move, they get an extra pick next year. So their 2024 draft continues to grow. They have 2 firsts. They have to pick up another 4th. There's a long-term process. It's not a get-rich-quick thing with the NFL draft. So they're doing a good job of it. So we'll hear a lot more about him over the next couple days. And the draft continues. Today, Friday, Saturday,
Sunday.
yeah, all kinds of stuff.
How do you feel?
I'm stuffed and exhausted.
Me too.
Yeah, but I'm happy that Bears made a pick. I'm happy they got someone to protect Justin Fields. That's what they needed. Fields, as we saw, got pressured almost 15% of the time, dropping back, and that's too much. You got to protect your quarterback. Isn't that what Burt Reynolds said in the longest yard? Protect your quarterback. That's job number 1. And hopefully the Bears can do that with Nate Davis, guy they picked up from Tennessee, and also with this kid Darnell Wright, Cody Whitehair, who I like better at center because he doesn't have bad snaps as much as Mustafa did. So we'll see. But like we talked about constantly during the season too, we did shows. They have a lot of positions, a lot of places they need to improve, and there's just a few of them. So we'll see how things go.
This is the way it goes.
Yeah.
This is how the NFL goes each and every single year.
Yep.
You get surprised during draft day every single year. You get surprised during the NFL year when you think your team's going to be awesome, and you shit the bed. You think your team's going to stink, and they actually win a few games.
Yep.
It's the NFL, guys. It's no surprise at this point. It is what it is. But on that note, guys, we're getting the fuck out of here. It's been a long night for us.
We're done.
We've been here since 5:30.
Yeah.
6 o'clock in the couch, you guys. It's time to go.
Yeah.
I'm tired. Brady's tired.
We're going to get out of here.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
thanks for watching. We appreciate the guys, people here at Stagecoach. Great place. Stop on by. You may just see us here during the summer. You stop on over. We'll be
On
around.
the call too. Watch
Yeah,
the Bears game.
watching Bears games right here. We'll be doing all that stuff too. So
I
we
know,
appreciate
guys,
you jumping on in.
we are out of here.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Goodbye. Bears grab an offensive lineman.
Darnell Wright, Tennessee.
Hey, this is part of some line.
Protect your quarterback.
We're out of here, guys.